Tail of the tape for Felix Trinidad against Ricardo Mayorga. They are both 31 years old. A 2-inch height advantage for Trinidad. Slightly longer armed from the armpit to the end of the fist. The difference is a ½ inch. They both weighed in well under the 160-pound limit, and Mayorga, weighing in at 158, was wearing a sweatsuit, which may well have even had some coins or other weighted objects in the pockets. Tonight, unofficially, on our HBO scale, Mayorga has gone up to 165 pounds. Trinidad, 3 pounds heavier at 168. Rules of the bout with our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman.
The Felix Trinidad Ricardo Mayorga fight is scheduled for 12 rounds using the unified rules of the Association of Boxing Commissions. There is no 3 knockdown rule. The doctor or the referee can stop the fight. In case the cut is caused by an accidental headbutt, we go to the scorecards after 4 rounds have been completed, and you cannot be saved by the bell in any round, including the 12th and final round. Jim!
First fight at middleweight for Ricardo Mayorga. You rather suspect that Mayorga, for the right money under the right circumstances, would happily fight at heavyweight. If ever there was a guy who didn't much care about the niceties and technicalities of the sport, this is probably him. Just let me go in there and hit somebody.
He don't care who it is, what weight it is, how long he's been off, how long they're being off. He just here to fight. He don't care. My kind of fighter.
Mayorga plays a confidence game. He puts his cards on the table. I'm here to fight. I'm here to swing away. What about you? What about the difficulty of fighting your fight, Larry, against a guy like this?
He makes your fight his fight, unless you're the kind of fighter that Corey Spinks was. And since Trinidad is not a mover, he will be happy to be there and try to take shots at the openings he's presented.
Not a lot of Nicaraguan fans here in the arena, but certainly many of Trinidad's Puerto Rican fans can appreciate and love the way Mayorga fights.
This is what Mayorga loves. He loves to be out here and be Mr. Bad Guy, the one that everybody hates. This is right down his alley.
He was the black hat in both fights against Vernon Forrest. And we showed you the loss to the boxer Corey Spinks. Spinks is here tonight, but he's sitting in about the 4th row, so he can't bedevil Mayorga with his boxing style anymore. And you hear the chant of the and whose record apparently shows that he's never been knocked down. Was Trinidad ever knocked out? Yes, TKO by Hopkins in the 12th. Let's go to ring announcer Michael Buffer to move the pageant forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would like everyone to please rise for 3 national anthems. First of all, here to perform the national anthem of Nicaragua, please welcome Jose Jane.
Salve a ti, Nicaragua, en tu suelo. Ya no ruge la voz del cañón, ni se ríe con sangre de hermanos. Tu glorioso pendón bicolor, ni se tiñe con sangre de hermanos. Tu glorioso pendón bicolor, brilla hermosa la paz en tu cielo, nada empañe tu gloria inmortal, que el trabajo es tu digno laurel y el honor es tu enseña triunfal, es tu enseña triunfal.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the national anthem of Puerto Rico to be performed by international recording star, Mr. Bobby Cruz.
La tierra de Borinquen, donde he nacido yo, es un jardín florido de mágico primor, un cielo siempre nítido le sirve de dosel y dan arrullos plácidos las olas a sus pies. Cuando a sus playas llegó Colón, exclamó lleno de admiración: ¡Oh, esta es la linda tierra que busco yo! Es Borinquen la hija del mar y el sol, 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 del mar y el sol.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing. At this time, from the United States Marine Corps, Lance Corporal Elizabeth A. Quiñones will sing the national anthem of the United States of America. The color guard in the ring is here courtesy of the 6th Communications Battalion out of Brooklyn, New York. That is the unit that Lance Corporal Quiñones also is serving. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars
ladies and gentlemen, from the Mecca of sports and entertainment, Madison Square Garden, New York City, USA, Mr. Don King. And Don King Productions is proud to present the main event of the evening. Brought to you in association with the Struggle for Supremacy, the heavyweight blockbuster pay-per-view event on Saturday, November 13th from Madison Square Garden. This bout is sanctioned by the New York State Athletic Commission Chairman, Mr. Ron Scott Stevens. Commissioners at ringside, Jerome Becker and Mark Kornstein. The 3 judges at ringside scoring this contest on the 10-point system will be from Canada, Guy Jutra. From New York, Fred Ucci. From New Jersey, Steve Weisfeld. And when the bell rings, the man in charge of the action inside the ring, your referee, Steve Smoger. And now, with dedication to the members of the United States Armed Forces and the first in defense men and women of the emergency services, the firefighters, and the police department of the United States, this is the moment we've all been waiting for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black, official weight, 158 pounds, professional record, 26 victories, including 22 knockouts, with 4 defeats and 1 draw. Damas y caballeros de Managua, Nicaragua, the former welterweight champion of the world, Ricardo El Matador Mayorga. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing burgundy, official weight, 157 3/4 pounds, professional record, 31 victories, including 34 knockouts, with only 1 defeat. He is the former welterweight, former super welterweight, and former middleweight champion of the world, damas y caballeros, de Cupe Alto, Puerto Rico, Felix Trinidad.
Entiendan los reglas. Toquen guantes, toquen.
A ver si va a seguir hablando ahora.
Touch the glove, go.
De La Hoya versus Hopkins didn't live up to its hype as the second coming of Hagler versus Leonard. This one might have a better chance of being a facsimile of Hagler versus Hearns.
It has taken quite some time to clear the ring, and because of all the pageantry, a great deal of time since the fighters entered the ring. In fact, Roy Jones, Ricardo Mayorga, has been in the ring for 14 minutes now before the first bell sounds. Could that be disruptive to him?
No, it won't bother him. You got to know that he's this type of guy. He's the one guy who will be ready for anything that happens tonight.
He landed a right hand over the top against Trinidad. Second right hand was a glancing blow. Trinidad hasn't really gotten off on offense. Mayorga is swinging already. Third right hand in a row. Left hook. Mayorga doesn't bother with jabs all that often. Although as the fight goes on, he'll throw some of them just to change the pace. But in round one, he likes to let you know that he's swinging for the fences.
And he wants you to know that he's knocking out. But Trinidad would be very smart to use his jab early so they can see some of the things that Mayorga is trying to do to him.
Tito has a long history of being unsteady on his feet early. As we mentioned, he's been knocked down 8 times in his career. Most of them were quick knockdowns in early rounds against lesser opponents, after which he got up and knocked the guy out. Here, he looks particularly unsteady on his feet. Mayorga doing most of the throwing. Felix doing some defending, but some catching. 2 body shots for Mayorga. Right hand over the top, and another. Trinidad just trying to get out of the first round and survive Mayorga's onslaught for the moment. Now Felix offers a left hand, taking advantage of a counterpunch opportunity. Mayorga looks as though he's just going to keep on coming.
Oh, he is. He's definitely going to keep coming. Good right hand by Tito.
Hard right hand lands on the button. Tito managed to take it. There's another one. What about the impact of Mayorga's punches, Roy?
They are definitely having an effect, but this is his first time at middleweight, so.
Now he tastes Trinidad's left hook. And this is a Mayorga tactic. He drops his hands and says, come on, hit me. Did it with Forrest, does it here with Tito Trinidad.
He also told us it was a trick because when you can see the punches coming, you can take it.
Trinidad lands a straight right hand. And another right hand. And now Trinidad with the uppercut. Brings the left hook. Jab. Picks off Mayorga with another right hand. And now it's Mayorga who's taking the punishment.
Mayorga's tired. He don't carry his weight as good as he does the welterweight division.
If Tito was waiting for Mayorga to tire, it's an effective piece of tactics as he wobbles Mayorga down the stretch of round one. Mayorga didn't look good on his feet as the round came to a close.
Did anybody say Hadler Hearns?
I think so. I think Bernard Hopkins made that point.
Let's go, Stevie.
Don't lower your hands. Don't do that. Don't. All right, everything calm. He knows he can't take your power. You're going to get him now.
After dominating almost the entire first round, at the end of the round, Trinidad got in his licks.
Who has the psychological advantage after round one, Roy?
Trinidad does, mainly because, like I said, this guy doesn't seem to take the same punch as a middleweight as he did as a welterweight. He doesn't seem like he's in shape when he fights at middleweight. He never breathed this hard during his earlier fights at welterweight.
Trinidad was devastatingly accurate down the stretch of round one. Wound up landing 29 out of 55 punches in the round. 25 of those 29 connects in the last minute of the round. Mayorga was 19 out of 84. Interesting round to score.
Now Mayorga is bleeding at the nose, so this is definitely a confidence killer.
And Trinidad is finding the target with his left hook. So Mayorga goes to his left hook. Body, then upstairs. Perfect counter left hand by Trinidad right up the pipe. Mayorga lands his left twice. Missed over the top with the right. Hard right hand by Trinidad. This time Mayorga takes it. Comes back with his own.
And Trinidad come back with his own right hand.
Two hard right hands landed by Trinidad. Mayorga seems to be getting his sea legs under him with regard to taking Trinidad's punch. We're only halfway through round two. And already both fighters have taken several big power shots from their opponents. There's a big left hook by Trinidad. Mayorga reaching with the right hand. Now he gets closer to throw the right. And two solid shots from Tito.
He won't keep taking the heat from Tito, I guarantee you.
After an unsteady first half of round one, Felix Trinidad clearly has warmed to the task. He's finding the target, countering effectively, picking his spots, landing when he wants to against Ricardo Mayorga. Mayorga's landing some big shots in return.
But Mayorga's definitely tired. If Tito beat his body a little bit, he'd definitely be better off in this fight.
Mayorga lands twice, a left and the right. Trinidad seems able to take Mayorga's punches now.
Straight right hand.
And another. And another. Mayorga dropping his hands. Trinidad just firing away. Big left hand by Mayorga.
Big right hand by
Trinidad. And a left. So far, it is indeed the Hagler-Hearns of the new millennium. Let's see what happens in round three.
A remarkable round for Trinidad after such a long layoff to be able to stay in there at that pace.
The jab, Tito. Yeah, you got him. You tear him up. Deep breath. You're going to kill him. Hey, you got to use the jab and raise your hand. Raise your right hand. Try the uppercut. The left uppercut is going to do it. In the middle with the left uppercut.
Felix Trinidad has the superior technique, and in a rough, tough fight like this, perhaps that will be the difference.
And he landed a very good straight right lead in that rollback that you just saw. Very effective punch for him in this fight so far, his straight right hand.
And the 36 punches that Trinidad landed by CompuBox count in the second round are the most punches ever landed against Ricardo Mayorga in a single round in any of the fights CompuBox has tracked. Now we go to round three. It's been a furious, vicious, hard-fought first two rounds, both men getting their power shots in. But if Tito Trinidad continues to land 60% of his power shots, as was the case by CompuBox count in round two, it's hard to imagine him losing it.
And that was a good jab by Tito.
One of the things I'm noticing, because we asked Trinidad whether he had learned anything from the Hopkins fight, and he said, well, one or two little changes, is that he's moving a little better from side to side. He used to be able to stand right in front of the opponents because he had such confidence in his power.
He's moving just enough to disrupt some of Mayorga's offensive onslaught. But he took that right hand, which landed right down the pipe.
And he's taking Mayorga's punches very well now.
And he lands a right and a solid left hook. And Mayorga takes those punches and comes right back. Huge left hook by Mayorga. Tito walks right through it. At this moment, it's clear that Trinidad can take Mayorga's power. At least for the moment. Trinidad beginning to jab a little more often, exploring the boundaries of his technical advantage over Mayorga.
And he's smart. He's moving around the ring now. Like Larry said, he's not going right after Mayorga, which is very smart.
Little movements with the feet, a refinement in Trinidad's game. Huge right hand.
Good shot.
Trinidad's glove touched the canvas, and there's the first knockdown of the fight. Properly ruled.
6, 7, 8, two guantes, comprende, two guantes.
Trinidad does not appear to be affected by the punch.
Not much
Let's
at
see
all.
if he'll retaliate. And if Mayorga lost the first 2 rounds, he may have just evened the fight with that knockdown.
Yeah, but Trinidad just caught with a good left uppercut coming in, too.
Another big right hand. This time Mayorga misses over the top. Trinidad a little short with the counter. Trinidad is landing his left hand as though it's a laser.
Beautifully.
Huge right hand coming under by Mayorga. Felix swings and misses with a big left hook. A knockdown in round 3 for Ricardo Mayorga.
That was a slip. Don't worry, that's nothing. How you feeling? Everything fine? Don't jump around so much. Yeah. Come on, stand right in front of him and fight with him. Okay? He's looking for the knockout, but he's gonna get knocked out. He can't take your punches.
Glove touch with a shot.
Here you see Mayorga go in with a left uppercut and an overhand right over the top, caught Tito clearly on the ear, and it knocked him pretty much off balance, but his glove did touch the canvas, so that is considered a knockdown. Once again, he came with uppercut and an overhand right over the top. There was a shot behind his ear, but since his glove touched the canvas, that is considered a knockdown.
Roy, a lot of Mayorga's punches are landing on top of the ear, around the head. How much do those punches hurt?
Those are very effective punches because you usually don't see them coming, and they just seem to do something really, really bad to your equilibrium.
Harold, how do you have it scored through 3?
Okay, Jim. I think Ricardo Mayorga evened up the fight with the knockdown, even if it wasn't such a great knockdown. 28-28 in rounds 2 rounds to 1, Felix Trinidad. I thought Trinidad in rounds 1 and 2 kept them beautifully at the end of that long reach, just like he's doing now, and having it. Mayorga ties it up in the 3rd round with the knockdown.
Look at the accuracy of Trinidad's straighter, shorter punches.
And he's throwing beautiful straight punches tonight.
That's his big advantage against Mayorga. In a free-swinging trade in the center of the ring, Felix's punches should get there first, but the big left hook lands for Mayorga, and now he loops another one around the guard. Trinidad nearly knocks his head off with a left hook.
Yeah, if Trinidad would just hit his body, he'd finish this fight real quick.
Neither fighter throws many body punches. Felix has done it more frequently in the past, but right now he's fighting Mayorga's fight, as almost everybody is tempted to do.
Mayorga is dead tired, though.
Well, I was about to ask you if maybe Trinidad is getting tired, because he limited himself to only throwing 13 power punches in round 3, a round in which Mayorga threw 43 of them. Felix is boxing more than we might have expected at this point in the fight. Big left hook by Mayorga.
And he's boxing very smartly here.
Big uppercut by Trinidad. Boy, Mayorga's got a beard and a half.
But he's dead tired, Jim. One body shot from Felix will really, really help him out.
When a guy has as much power as Trinidad has had over his career, he tends to become a headhunter.
That's not bad because he's landing some beautiful head shots tonight, but I mean, he can make it easier on himself if he goes to the body.
Is the 2.5-year layoff potentially a factor in his not remembering to throw the body shots?
No, he wasn't throwing body shots before he laid off.
All right. Can this fight go on at this pace for how long, and who gets affected first?
Mayorga would not last as long. All Tito has to do is not get caught by a surprisingly big shot, and he'll stop Mayorga later on in this fight. Mayorga's dead tired. Tito will remember sooner or later to go to the body.
And Mayorga already is losing power on his wide swinging shots, while Tito is mustering power on his straighter, shorter punches.
And Mayorga does not like his weight either. He doesn't fight well.
There's a
body
body
punch, and it hurt Mayorga back.
I told you.
And he comes back with an uppercut.
But he's dead tired. He's dead tired.
It's Mayorga's instinct to fight when he's hurt, and that's why he came out swinging after Felix touched him up with the body punch.
This is one of the most amazing fights we've seen in a long time for fighters who are at the elite level of the sport.
But as they go to their corners, Roy Jones' observation is quite apt. Mayorga was exhausted before he sat on the stool.
Ricky, come on, champion. Relax. Relax. You got to relax a little bit more. You got to be able to get rid of those punches a little bit. You got to be a little more relaxed. You got to use the 1-2 and then the left uppercut. The uppercut.
Here you see Tito come in the right hand lead, and now he throws the left liver shot, which we wish he'd been throwing earlier. And you can tell that shot hurt Mayorga. He pulled the arm down right to the spot and immediately backed out of the scene.
By and large, Roy, isn't it fair to say that body punches will hurt you more than head punches when properly landed?
Yes, they will, and they last for a longer period of time.
Power shots in round 4 according to CompuBox. Trinidad 20 out of 34. Again, 60%. Mayorga swung away for 52 power shots, but landed 20, 38%. Mayorga's losing a little steam on his punches. Trinidad is still throwing them short and straight.
Mayorga's not the same fighter at this weight as he is at 147, without a doubt. But he is game.
On Trinidad's 34 knockouts in his career, 30 were within 5 rounds. That's typical of most power punchers who get to their lesser opponents in a hurry. This opponent isn't as lesser as many others, but he's getting hit a lot.
But you don't see Trinidad rushing in trying to finish him, though, because he knows he's dangerous once he's hurt.
Great counter right-hand punch by Trinidad, stopping Mayorga in his tracks. Mayorga starting to back up now.
Trinidad now senses that Mayorga is ready to be taken, but Mayorga may have some other ideas.
Mayorga's exhaustion marked by the fact that he stood still momentarily against the ropes. Trinidad hit him with 2 straight right hands. Now they're trading again at center ring. Trinidad's activity level is going up, and Mayorga's is coming down.
Yeah, because Mayorga's tired. Like I said, he's not the same fighter at middleweight as he is at 47. But if Trinidad goes back to his body a couple more times, he'll get this fight over with.
You get the sense that if Mayorga was knocked down on the canvas, he'd beat the canvas.
He's definitely exhausted right now. The steam is about going out of his punches.
You wonder when Trinidad's going to go back to the body. He did so much damage with that one left-hand shot. Good left hook upstairs by Trinidad. But for a guy who's been away 2.5 years, he is sharp with counter punches.
He looks good. Looks very good for 2 years layoff.
Mayorga backing up, taking straight punches. Trinidad very selective, incredibly accurate. The accuracy with power punches is something amazing to behold. He's ripping Mayorga. Huge left hook. And now Mayorga begins to hold. A sure sign that he's taking more punishment than he wants. 10 seconds to go in the round as Trinidad corners his man and tries to finish. Huge cut under Mayorga's left eye.
19,000 people on their feet.
What a fight.
Let the doctor in. Give me a doctor.
Ring doctor coming into the corner to look at Mayorga.
Take some air. Take some air now. Deep breath. You can't be taking those punches. You gotta be a little more. Use the 1-2. Come on, make you strong and throw some punches.
And here's that left uppercut that Trinidad has been landing all night long. Mayorga cannot do nothing with that shot. There's that right hand. Trinidad looks so sharp and crisp with his combinations tonight.
I don't know too many fighters who could have stood up to that barrage.
I don't know if I've ever seen a more accurate display of power punching in one round. Felix Trinidad was incredible in round 5. And he's smiling and he's flexing his right arm as if to say, I'm the one who's got the power here. And Mayorga is in trouble as we go to the 6th.
big trouble.
Ricardo Mayorga has just experienced the roughest round of his career. Trinidad landing the most punches and the most power punches ever landed against Mayorga in a CompuBox track round. And you can see how badly Trinidad has damaged the area under Mayorga's left eye.
Good straight right lead by Trinidad.
Again, notice how he's using his legs, going from one side of Mayorga to another. Roy, he's really had worked on something in these 2.5 years.
Yes, he has.
Trinidad has weathered the early storm. If Mayorga can continue to stand up under the barrage, the question then becomes, will he get a second wind of some sort? He hammers Trinidad with the right hand. Felix comes back with a big left.
That was a good trade. Yeah, he'll be gone soon, though. He's dead tired, Jim. There he is. He won't last much longer, I guarantee you.
Big left hook by Trinidad. Mayorga really feeling the effects of his punches.
Yeah, he won't last much longer. He's really gone now. A couple body shots will end this.
It looks like almost he can't hold his right hand up to protect against those left hands.
He can't. That body shot got him ruined.
Mayorga has never been on the canvas.
Well, he's going tonight.
He took a TKO in his pro debut, accumulated punishment. And he's still standing here, but the accumulation of punishment is ongoing once again.
Smoger's thinking about stopping it himself. He's looking at it very close now.
Smoger will let a fight go as long as he sees a chance for the fighter taking the punishment, and as long as the fighter is fighting back.
Smoger will let a fight go about as much as any referee we've seen.
Oh, that was a body shot that hurt him.
Mayorga is saying he got hit on the hip.
It looked that way, Jim.
And now there's an injury timeout. Trinidad has a long history of low blows.
That can help Mayorga because he can take as much as 5 minutes.
That won't help him because he's on the downside of this fight.
On the hip.
Is Mayorga acting to try to establish the effect of the punch?
I don't think he's necessarily acting. I'd like to see the punch again to see if it was low, but it won't help him none because he is in a world of trouble here tonight.
And that left eye closing fast. Here's another look.
Oh, yeah, it is a low blow.
We're on a 5-minute clock.
We're on a 5-minute clock, according to referee Steve Smoger, as Mayorga gets a chance to recover from the low blow.
But for Mayorga, I think this hurts his eye too because now his eye gets a chance to swell even more.
Without the cut man getting a chance to work on it with the end swell.
Exactly.
The time off would be a lot different if the cut man could be at work. Instead, the eye just keeps on swelling.
I don't think he really wants a lot more, Jim.
He looks discouraged, and you don't often see Ricardo Mayorga with a discouraged look on his face.
But he's decided to come back before the 5 minutes are up. You may have to kill him to beat him.
Well, Tito's definitely trying to do that.
It looks as though Mayorga is going to make it out around 6. But Trinidad now has some extra rest to fuel his fire for the 7th.
Good combination
big left hook by Mayorga. 2 right hands. And a body shot. And another right hand. And they trade shots after the bell.
I'll tell you what, I'll take him on my war team any day of the week.
There was a body shot in there that made Trinidad step back for a moment.
Take some water. Come on, water. Hey, when you go to... Yeah, you gotta be first. Yeah, don't let him take the initiative. You be first. Hey, Tito, the right hand, that's the power. That's it, the straight right hand. That's a good one. We got him now, we heard him. You got him, sting him real good.
Another left uppercut by Tito. It was a grazing shot, but it was one of them same shots, boom, that leads to the left hook. And I think that shot truly hurt me.
How can you tell?
Again in the 6th round. Again in the 6th round, Trinidad landed more than 60% of his power shots. What an amazing display of accurate power punching so far. Harold Letterman, how do you have it through 6?
Okay, Jim. 5 rounds to 1, 58-54, Tito Trinidad. Jim, in that round 5, he won it so big. I tell you, if a judge doesn't score that 10-8, I don't know when a judge will ever score a 10-8. So anyway, that'll make up for the knockdown. 58-54, 5-1, Trinidad.
Mayorga arguing that Trinidad's holding him behind his head. Now he lands a big right hand, another chopping right hand. The guy has a heart as big as Nicaragua.
Yes, he does. I'll tell you, he definitely could go to war with me any day of the week.
Hard right hand by Mayorga. Left hand is blocked. Look at him just firing away.
Right when you think he's finished, here he comes.
As the left eye closes up, Mayorga opens up again.
Roy, do you still think that little break didn't help Mayorga?
I don't know if it helped him or not. I don't think it helped his eye well, but
Didn't hurt him.
no, it didn't hurt him.
We can agree there.
Well, more and more it appears there are two critical differences in the fight. Trinidad is a far better boxer, and Mayorga might not be a legitimate 160-pound fighter.
That's the biggest key factor here tonight. He's not a legitimate 160-pound. But, like he said, for the right money, he'll do anything. He don't care. He fights for a living. That's simple.
He'll invite Lennox Lewis to come back.
Exactly right. Oh, good body shot by
Takes the
Tito.
right hand. And now Mayorga gets hit on the right side of the body again. And he thought he was going to get a low blow ruling from Smoger, and he didn't get it. And it gives Trinidad a couple free shots. And rest assured, Mayorga's going to fire back at some point. And he does.
You don't like these body shots, though, Joe. I want to watch him there.
Oh, what an uppercut. What a violent uppercut by
If he
Trinidad.
thinks he was really hit low, what he should do is hit back low.
No, he said he got hit in the back. Though he wasn't saying it was low. He said he got hit in the back.
All right, then hit him in the back.
You're right.
Huge left hook by Trinidad. Stuns Mayorga. And now Mayorga is holding on.
For dear life. Tito is showing some true condition here himself tonight, Jim, because he's throwing a lot of big punches, and that takes a lot out of a fighter.
What a stunning fight. What an amazing 7 rounds of combat.
Come up after every round. I think we need him out of here.
Yeah, I'm here. Okay, you gotta pressure him. And if you have to hit him in the balls, hit him in the balls. Hey, if he hits you in the ball, hit him back in the balls. Yeah, this is not playing game. If he hits you in the ball, you hit him back. You gotta be first.
Ok, relaja más y mete la mano con más fuerza. ¿Cómo se siente? Ok. Dale el agua para tomar. Dale el agua para tomar. I need you with the eye. I need you with everything, every round.
It's on his butt cheek, but it's a bad shot, and he can't walk away like that, but it is a bad shot. It was low, and it was on his butt cheek.
How painful is it to get hit hard on the hip?
Very painful, especially when you're as tired as these guys should be.
I would say that Trinidad's putting on a remarkable performance, not only in the fact that he seems to be winning the fight, but that he's fighting at this level of intensity after such a long layoff.
I think there are two remarkable performances going on. Trinidad is landing 60% of his punches, which is astonishing. Mayorga has thrown 512 punches, which is almost equally as astonishing.
Trinidad is not wasting much. He's being very economical tonight.
All-out attack from Mayorga.
Then he steals him a little punch on the leg.
Yeah, poke him a little there.
Just to let him know he's still here.
Body shot by Mayorga. Trinidad trying that uppercut, which has been so devastatingly accurate.
4 hooks by
Mayorga with
Mayorga.
3 left hooks.
4. That was exceptional.
It's almost as if he's gotten his second win.
It does indeed appear that he's gotten his second win.
No, break.
In this round, for the first time, he's not only out-throwing Felix, outlanding him. But there, Trinidad stops it with 2 straight right hands.
Oh, good hook.
Oh, what a big left hook.
There he is.
That could be the beginning of the end.
That hurt him real bad.
Mayorga not throwing at all. Trinidad looking to finish. Look at Mayorga.
Oh.
Weathering the storm again. Trinidad hits him flush with an uppercut.
Oh, that's
what a
it.
body shot.
That's
What
the
a
body
brilliant
shot.
body shot.
I told you the body shot would have done it a long time ago.
7, 8, 9.
Up at the count of 9.
A heart as big as Mexico.
I told you. And I told you the body shot would have finished the job a long time ago, Jim.
Desperate Ricardo Mayorga tries to unload the arsenal against Trinidad. Trinidad comes back. Mayorga's on the canvas a second time. Never on the canvas before, twice in this round. Trinidad was all the way up on the top rope in the neutral corner. Now he has to climb back down.
I told you those body shots would do it, Jim.
No 3 knockdown rule in effect. Another savage left hook by Trinidad. Mayorga goes down for the 3rd time, and Steve Smoger is going to stop the fight.
Very smart call.
Stop
a
the fight
sensational knockout.
a few seconds before the 9th round.
Yeah, I don't like you keep talking about the 9th round.
It's a 2-word headline, everybody. Tito's back. In round 8, Felix Trinidad closed the show, landing, are you ready? 39 out of 47 power shots. That's what you call target practice. Knockdown number 1.
He threw a left hook to the head. He came back. He threw a right uppercut. He leaned outside. He saw the body shot, so he's just going to take it. Right there. Boom. Good body shot. The shot I've been calling for all night. Knew once he landed that shot, that would be it. Here, Mayorga just hurt from an accumulation of punches, and the right hand, left hook kind of does the deal, but he's still trying to stay up, and he went down from a very short right hand again.
And then the 3rd time, Mayorga goes down to avoid further punishment. And that was probably enough to convince Smoger that, well, he's had enough.
And at this point, I think it was pretty evident that it was over. He was tired. He had no steam on his punches. He was just making it out of the way of the punches. Then, boom, there's a right hand and left uppercut again. The left uppercut was ferocious tonight. And he just went ahead and went down to avoid further punishment.
Is there a harder puncher pound for pound in the sport than Felix Trinidad?
I really don't think it is. And that would be another exceptional fight for Bernard Hopkins. He said he wants to make an impressive 20th defense. Here he goes.
Is there a smarter finisher in the sport than Felix Trinidad?
There's not a gutsier finisher in the sport than Felix Trinidad.
He took a lot of good shots from Ricardo Mayorga and finally got Mayorga to go down 3 times in the 8th round, the first 3 times in Ricardo Mayorga's career that he's tasted the canvas, and a resounding triumph for Felix Trinidad in his first fight back after a 2.5-year layoff.
And he took a big fight, a big chance.
Let's go to Michael Buffer for the official particulars on a sensational fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at Madison Square Garden, the combat has begun. Referee Steve Smoger steps in and calls a halt to this contest at 2 minutes, 39 seconds of round number 8. The winner by knockout victory, damas y caballeros de Cupeato, Puerto Rico, Felix Tito
Let's take a look at final CompuBox numbers for one of the most devastating displays of power punching in the recent history of the sport. Felix Trinidad landing 149 more punches, throwing 104 less. Look at the connect percentage. And Mayorga, sure, he's an easy target because his arms are wide and free and he's swinging, but you got to step up inside of all that to land those punches.
Yes, you do. That is for sure. Tito showed tonight what a little bit of rest can do for a good fighter.
Look at the power punch statistics. 218 out of 329. This is after a 2.5-year layoff against an opponent regarded as maybe the most dangerous opponent Trinidad could possibly have been in against in this situation. He lands 90 more power punches. He throws 62 less, selecting the ones that gave him a chance to land 2/3 of his power shots. Virtually incredible. Larry Merchant stands by with Felix Trinidad.
Thank you very much, Jim. Congratulations, Tito. Have you ever been in that sort of a long, tough, hard firefight?
¿Has estado tú en una pelea así larga y fuerte y difícil? Anterior, ¿has estado en otra pelea tan fuerte como esta?
Sí, he estado en peleas anteriores fuertes y gracias a Dios, pues, nuevamente otra pelea fuerte, pero dominé de principio a fin.
Yeah, I've been in tough long wars before, but I dominated this fight.
Were you surprised that he was able to take so many of your big punches?
¿Te sorprendió que él pudo aguantar tantos de los golpes fuertes que tú le dices?
Se sabe que es un peleador que aguanta muchos golpes. Se dejó dar de mí y aguantó los golpes, pero fue peor para él.
We know that he can take a good punch, and I get him a lot of punches, and he took a lot of my punches, but that was bad for him.
Early in the fight, he seemed to be on top of you. Were you determined to be patient so that your technique would prevail?
Temprano en la pelea él fue agresivo y estuvo encima de ti. Tú fuiste paciente para poder agarrarlo más tarde, estar con calma.
Sí, ese era el plan de pelea y gracias a Dios nos salió bien todo. Mayorga es un peleador fuerte.
Yeah, that was our plan. We wanted to be cool, calm, and then our plan worked out perfectly.
Did he ever hurt you?
¿Alguna vez te hirió, te dolió?
Bueno, en realidad, la única caída, pero creo para mí que no fue caída, pero bueno, se contó y está bien, es válida.
Not really, but there was a knockdown, which wasn't really a knockdown, but it was called a knockdown, so it was legit.
You hit him many shots right on the head, but it seemed that the one shot you landed in the body was the beginning of the end. Did you see that
Tú le
coming?
diste muchos golpes en la cabeza y de todos esos golpes que en la cabeza casi no le hacían nada, pero cuando le pegaste al cuerpo, ese fue el golpe. ¿Sabías tú que lo había dañado en eso?
Sí, en realidad pues la esquina me envió a que le pegara el cuerpo y así lo hice. Un peleador lastimado abajo, le das arriba y se acaba.
My corner told me to go to the body, and that's what I did, because I know that a body shot will hurt you.
It surprised a lot of people that you were able to fight at such an intense pace after a 2.5-year layoff. Did you ever feel that this was just sprinting instead of running a marathon, which you have done?
Le sorprendió a mucha gente que tú pudiste sostener una pelea como la hiciste, pero es como tú, un atleta que eres, que en sprint tú sabías que podías mantener ese ritmo.
Sí, sabía que podía poder mantener el ritmo y gracias a Dios, a mi disciplina, puedo hacer lo que hice.
Yeah, I knew that I can keep that pace up, and thanks to my discipline, I did what I did.
Were you a different fighter after 2.5 years away than you were when you fought Hopkins, and in what way?
¿Eres tú un peleador diferente después de 2 años y medio de tu retiro, de cuando peleaste con Hopkins? Y si es así, ¿en qué forma?
Bueno, en realidad pues practicamos bastante el boxeo, llavear, moverme hacia los lados, y soy un peleador completo. Diferente y completo.
We practiced a lot. We went for the techniques, the bobbing and weaving, moving side to side. I'm a complete fighter.
Who does this complete fighter prefer to fight next? Would you want to get revenge against Bernard Hopkins, or would you want to get presumably the biggest money against Oscar De La Hoya?
¿Con quién quisiera este boxeador completo pelear próximamente? ¿Quisieras una venganza contra Hopkins o quisieras más dinero y pelear con Oscar de la Hoya?
Bueno, en realidad, y como he dicho anteriormente, voy a ir a reunirme con Don King y le diré qué es lo próximo para mí. El que venga, yo le voy a ganar.
Like I said before, we're going to get together with Don King, and whoever it is, we'll let you know.
Thank you and congratulations again, Tito.
Quiero enviar un mensaje, por favor, si
Yeah, he
puedo.
wants to send a message.
Quiero enviar un mensaje a toda mi familia allá en Puerto Rico.
Family in Puerto Rico.
Quiero también enviar un saludo a toda la gente de Florida que están viendo esta pelea, a todos ustedes.
Everybody in Florida, they're watching this fight.
Y por último, enviarle un saludo a toda mi gente de San Tomás, Ángel,
And then all the people in St. Thomas.
a Roberto y a Julian Jackson.
And Julian Jackson. Angel also.
Thank you very much, Tito, again.
Saludos, Diepa. Saludos, Diepa,
Jim.
también a ti.
All right, and here's a look at Ricardo Mayorga, who elected to leave the ring without being interviewed by our Larry Merchant. Mayorga disappointed and perhaps a bit battered after taking all those punches from Trinidad. Perhaps an intelligent choice to just move on back to the locker room where doctors will examine him. After all, what do you say?